Hi everyone, Mike the IELTS guy here. Welcome to this week's listening exercise. What I'm about to read out is part of a lecture that was delivered by the Indian cricketer Rahul Dravid in 2016. I guess I'm actually taking quite a risk doing this because I have a lot of subscribers who come from countries that compete against India in cricket. So my apologies to you. I can promise you I'll give your countries equal time in future editions. So listen to the following lecture and then respond to the questions that I've posted on the website. Okay. In the years since I've retired, I've got the chance to get a different view of Indian cricket. Slightly more distant, yet still very attached. I have got a chance to see what Indian cricket is like from a parent's eyes. Over the last couple of years, my son has taken a liking for the game, playing age group cricket in Bangalore. It has given me an insight as to how the modern Indian game is run at the grassroots and how different it is, or isn't, from the time I first took to cricket. Since it's best to start at the beginning, I'd like to talk about where it all begins. Our junior game. Taking a step back from living inside the cricket circuit, if you like, I want to convey how important it is to get more youngsters in our cities to take up the game. Let's look at cricket from a child's eyes, right at beginner's level, age 6 or 7. In terms of team sport, you experience football, in which you would normally play every time you turn at practice, are running around and you are kicking a ball. You get to wear colourful shirts with different names on their backs. Messi one day, Ronaldo the next. Then there's cricket, which at the start doesn't even seem natural. You have to stand sideways holding a bat, and even when given a ball, you cannot throw it. Throw, you are told, is a very bad word. You are about 6 or 7 years old. When getting into sport, it is hardly surprising that you'll find football more attractive. Then what has not changed in junior cricket in the last 3 decades since I began is the routine. Wake up at 5:30 a.m, get ready, quick breakfast, travel a good 30 kilometres to the ground. Play the match and get back home by 6 p.m. if the traffic hasn't been too bad. Here's the toughest part, which is also the same. At that match, as a young 9 or 10-year-old cricketer, sometimes you don't even play. Sometimes you get out the first ball and have nothing to do for the rest of the day. On worse occasions, the umpire gives you a bad decision because you were batting too slow in an improbable chase and just delaying his return home. Sometimes you just do nothing the whole day, get shouted by your coach for not giving the star player water the instant he asked for it. At some point, how could any 10-year-old kid ask him or herself if it's all worth the effort? What is the modern parent's view of this situation? They look at cricket and say that that's a lot of time away from home, for which their son or daughter could spend hours waiting for a turn to bat or merely sitting because they have been dismissed early. What I am trying to say here is that our world, particularly in the big cities, has changed dramatically. It means cricket's own appeal to both children and parents has changed considerably. The generation when you could say that every Indian baby is born with a cricket bat in the hand is well behind us. I feel that strongly because I can see more Indian children in the cities taking up other sports. Cricket is not their first game anymore. A leading sports equipment manufacturer tells me that in the last 4 to 5 years, the percentage of sales of cricket equipment in the children's category has gone down when compared to the sales of football, table tennis and badminton rackets and swimming gear. This is great for India as a sporting ecosystem. Having been involved with a few Olympic and Paralympic athletes, it's very gratifying to see young children attracted to a range of other sports. The cricketer in me is a little apprehensive about this trend. Not because other sports are getting more popular, which is terrific, but because we may not be doing enough to attract children to cricket, and from there we could be losing out some talented youngsters and future fans of the game. You may ask, has not cricket always been a tough sport to learn and teach? Despite that, has it not remained India's #1 sport for a long time? So why should we worry now? I agree with much of that. That is the situation on the ground today. Now, has Indian cricket ensured that it will stay the same 20 years down the line? In what is a dynamic sporting environment where our children have more access to other sports, they can watch a Messi, a Federer every day on TV. There are so many football, badminton and tennis academies. Table tennis coaches travel to apartment complexes where all you need is a table. Cricket needs to wake up, but how? Let's go through cricket one step at a time. Our children start out, some as young as 5, at a private cricket academy where there is no shortage of manpower and as many coaches as we can find. Drive through Bangalore in the summer and every 5 kilometres you will go past a cricket camp buzzing with activity. How can that be bad? Well, the age group that gives academies its biggest revenue is the youngest. The youngest coaches, hard-working, committed as they may be, are often given 20 of these children to handle. Never mind 20, you try handling 5. If we check, there's a good chance the coach has not undergone any specialised training in working with children, nor will there be any official coaching certification about the level of his skills. Okay, so that's the end of this extract from the lecture. Now, please refer to the questions that I've posted, and the best of luck to everybody.